friends. It is Monday. Here to start another weekly reading vlog. Don't really have as much of a reading update for you as I wanted to, because I don't even think I mentioned it in last week's reading vlog. Friday, I started listening to Raiders of the Lost Heart. I forget who the author is. I think it was a December new release. And I really wanted to finish that today, but I left my headphones at home. So, sorry about this situation. Also, I got a new pop socket and a new pop socket like mount for the car, and like for some reason this pop socket won't stick to the case that I have. I guess because I have like a silicone soft side case. So headed to dinner with my best friend right now, and after that I think I'm gonna go buy some super glue to get the pop socket to stay on. So hopefully the next time I have to record in the car, this is better. But yeah, I left my headphones at home, so I could not listen to Raiders of the Lost Heart. And then I was going to, like, I decided I just wanted an ebook, so I started the ebook for, what's it called? One Night by Lena Hendricks in her in her Sullivan series. But it's a Sullivan and a King, and they have like this like family rivalry thing that's been going on throughout all the books. And so I am so excited. I really thought it was with the other sister, because like one sister works at the bakery and one sister works at like the nursing home where the Sullivan dad is. I really thought it was gonna be with the nurse, but it's with the one that works at the bakery. They're having this little like secret friendship thing right now, and their text messages get a little flirty. Or their text messages were just kind of like, they were like getting a little flirty. And then when I had to stop reading because it was time to go home, he had went to the bakery. He does like, I don't even think I said, he's the like farming brother, so he does like blueberries, and I don't know if there's any other fruit, but definitely blueberries. I remember that being talked about. And she works at the bakery, and he does like his daily deliveries there. And when he showed up to do one of his deliveries, he like kissed her, and it was a surprise. And that was where I had to stop because it was time to leave work. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm really loving it so far. Yeah, so Lena Hendricks was an author that I discovered last year when I was getting ready to go. I think it was to the Vegas signing. I asked friends for which authors were going to be in Vegas that I should check out. And Morgan recommended me a Lena Hendricks book. And I have been so impressed with her writing so far. I read the Redemption Ranch, and then I'm caught up and making my way through the new releases for the Sullivans and the Kings, and I don't know if it's going to be one big series or if it's two like connected series or whatever. But she posted her Book Bonanza pre-order, and I think I'm going to go back and do her other small town books for Book Bonanza, because I love her writing. Nearly everything she's written has like been like a high 4 or 5 stars. I don't think anything's been below that, so I'm really looking forward to getting more of her books at Book Bonanza and as they come out. But yeah, like I said, right now I'm headed to dinner with my best friend, and then probably gonna be but yeah, probably then gonna go home and read some more of One Night, and then definitely going to throw my headphones, get them off the charger, and throw them in my purse for work tomorrow, because I really also want to finish Raiders of the Lost Heart. This reminds me so much of Romancing the Stone. That old, I don't know, was it the 80s, maybe early 90s when that movie came out? But yeah, I am really loving it so far. It's got adventure, it's got a little bit of history, but not like too overwhelming on the history. It's got this little like college rivals, and like it's gonna be the romance in it. But yeah. that is the plan for this week. Definitely finishing One Night, definitely finishing Raiders of the Lost Heart. And then I really need to start getting to work on some of those books that I put in my February TBR last week. Hello. It is a different day. I know it doesn't look like it. I thought we were going to have this setup fixed, and the little mount thing that I bought does not fit in the air vents that I have in this car. So we're stuck like this again until I figure out a different mount situation. So today's Wednesday, and I finished both books that I was reading. I finished One Night by Lena Hendricks in her Sullivan series. This was Duke and Sylvie. I absolutely loved every second of this book. 5 stars. Might even be my favorite of the series now. I loved these two characters. I loved them apart. I loved them together. I loved the struggles that they went through. It was like kind of like a Romeo and Juliet situation where like they're each from the rival family, and they don't really know what's going on. They don't like know why the families are rivals. I loved them. Loved them. 5 stars, like I said, new favorite of the series. I think it's the end of the series. I think now we switch over to the Kings to see what's going on with them. But on the complete opposite spectrum, I finished listening to Raiders of the Lost Heart today. And I don't know what happened to this book. Honestly, the first half, I was having a great time. I think I said that in Monday's clip. I was having a great time. I loved the adventure. I loved the like banter of the main couple. And I can pinpoint exactly the scene where this all went wrong for me. I can pinpoint it. It's like sometimes I'll just be like, well, I don't know what didn't work for me. I know what didn't work for me on this one. So they're in this like remote jungle trying to find this. They're archaeologists, so they're trying to find this like massive discovery. So they're in the jungle. They want to have sexy times. Cool, great, whatever. They don't have condoms, so they decide that they're going to do other stuff for the sexy times. Cool, great, whatever. But in the middle of this first sort of a sexy time, the main female character in her monologue started talking about how she only casually hooks up with people, and how like with him it could be more, but she doesn't know and she's not used to that, and she only casually hooks up with people. And then if it had been a drinking game and I'd have taken a shot every time she talked about only having random hookups and using her dating apps and only meeting people that she thought were good looking and not ones that she would like have conversations with, I'd have been passed out drunk, because she mentioned it so much after that first inner monologue time. And then the main male character, he was an asshole. The beginning of it, he's like kind of a fun, like I thought it was just like an academic rivals thing. And then we kind of find out more about what led them to being academic rivals, and him literally taking jobs away from her and like being super shady about it, and then trying to be like, oh, I'm the good guy, and I had to do this for my mom. His mom's sick. By the way, there's gonna be spoilers because I don't know how to talk about this without telling you why I feel so strongly about disliking this book. But like, his mom is sick, and so he needs the money to pay for her treatments. Okay, but you can't actively be taking jobs away from this woman that you say you like, because he says he likes her. He has liked her since they were in college, since they became the academic rivals. But nothing that he's done shows that, other than sleeping with her after he tricks her into coming on this archaeology job, which he took from her because the person funding it wanted her. And he was so frustrating. I think I hated him a little bit because he would go from this being this like super, how do I want to describe this? Like being super, I guess like self-deprecating. Like he'd be like, well, I'm not good enough for her, and I'm a shitty son, and I'm only this like great archaeologist because I took stuff from her, and I don't deserve any of this, and all that kind of stuff. But then in like a like snap second, he'd be so like inflating his self-worth, like she's only there because of him, and he's got to do anything. Like, I don't know, his self, yeah, that's how I want to say that. His like inner monologue was so like flip-floppy between self-worth and self-deprecating, and like his own level of self-importance. Like he wanted his interns to have like him in mind when they were doing stuff that didn't pertain to him. And yeah, I hated him a little bit. I hated him a lot. I was originally thinking this morning, like right as I finished it, that was not going to be, yeah, originally this morning when I finished it, I thought that was going to be a 3-star, but the more into the day that I have gotten, and the more into the day that I have had time to think about this book and sit with it, I think this was a 2-star read. And it makes no sense because the first part of it started so strong, and then I don't know if the author was trying to hit a word count or what, but the second half of it was just garbage. It was garbage. I hated this book. And honestly, it kind of put me off reading for the rest of the day. I started to try to listen to, it's an Allie Siz hockey book. I don't remember the title of it right now. I found it on Audible when they had their Audible sale. It was one of the ones that was like included in my membership. So, I started trying to listen to that, but I think I listened to maybe like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm still so angry about this other book that I can't listen to this right now. So, that's where we're at. One fabulous, great, probably going to be a favorite of the year, and one I wish I hadn't read. Had I been reading it physically or as an ebook, I would have DNF'd it for sure. The only reason I finished that was because it was an audiobook. And thank God I borrowed it from the library instead of buying it, because I would have been so mad if I spent money on that book. But yeah, like I said, today is Wednesday. I don't even think I mentioned this in my introduction, but I requested Friday and Monday off from work because at the end of the month, my person at work that I'm her backup, she's my backup, is going out to have a baby. And she's going to be off for at least 8 weeks because that's our maternity leave. And so I wanted a little break before she goes out. So I took Friday and Monday off. I know during the day on Friday, probably going to try to do as little as possible, because Friday evening, we're somehow going to get my niece. Haven't worked that out yet. I'll probably have to go pick her up. But we're driving down to Crystal Beach, which is near Galveston, to go to the Mardi Gras parade tomorrow. It says it's supposed to rain, but one year we sat outside for that parade and it was 34 degrees. So I'm assuming we're going to sit outside in the rain also. But yeah, that should be so fun. We try to do the parade every year. I might try to start another ebook tonight. It's Chicago Fire Night, so who knows. Might try to start another ebook. Definitely going to try to continue listening to that Allie Siz book. I might start it over just because I really don't even really remember what happened in those 10 minutes that I listened to it. So yeah, that's where we're at. It was a very, very back and forth day of reading for me, but at least I'm done with the books now. Hi guys, it is Friday. We are in the bathroom so that I can straighten my hair. I don't really know why. I just kind of had this like want to straighten my hair. Haven't done it in forever. Probably should have brushed it before I came on camera. That was a really big tangle. But yeah, kind of just wanted to straighten my hair. It's Friday. I did not go to work today. Took today and Monday off as a little mini break before the person that I work with got on maternity leave. So, I didn't bring a hair tie in here. We'll just do it this way. So we are going tonight down closer to the coast because tomorrow we are going to the Crystal Beach Mardi Gras parade. And here in a little bit, I have to go pick up my niece from school. She's going to come with us. Well, let me take you back to yesterday. So yesterday, I needed an audiobook, and I started listening to, The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. I wanted something, not even just emotional. I wanted something that was a little bit deeper, and the Kennedy Ryan books that I have read fit that bill. So I decided to read The Kingmaker. I do own both books in this duet in physical book, but I started reading the audio. Loving it so far. Was a little bit iffy on their first meeting with the age gap, but it quickly flash forwarded, so that was okay. The part where I'm at now, they've met up again, and she just got this job offer, and so she left really suddenly, and he didn't make it back from his like meeting or wherever he was in time, knocking stuff over with the cord, in time to say goodbye to her. So that's where I had to end listening to it yesterday. I'm gonna listen to it again on the way to pick up my niece, but obviously not on the way back. She does not need to hear this. And then this morning, I didn't want to listen to the audio yet. I wanted to read an ebook. So Ashes of You by Catherine Cowles came out this week. So definitely started that one this morning. Very interested to see where this one goes. I thought it was going to be a character that we already knew. I don't know why I thought that, but it's not. It's a new female main character and the brother that is the single dad. So he's like interviewed her to be the nanny, and when she gets there for the interview, realizes that he is the like search and rescue member that found her when she escaped from this man who was holding her captive. So she's dealing with a lot of PTSD. She's had, I think, like 2 anxiety attacks now where I'm at now. I'm shedding like crazy. But yeah, she's had like 2 anxiety attacks now, and she's like just moved into their guest house to become the nanny for the 3 boys. The 2 youngest ones really liked her. They like really hit it off. But the oldest one is the like teenager, and he's like 16 or 17. And so he's given a little bit of pushback. And so I can't wait to see how she connects with him. I feel like that's really going to be special. I feel like because it was so easy for her to bond with the 2 youngest ones, the one that's going to like really take to her is the oldest one that didn't like go into it super easily. But yeah, that is my plan. I'm going to listen to Kingmaker on the way to pick up my niece. And then probably, I'm not driving down to the beach, So probably on that drive, I will read some more of my ebook. But yeah, we're going to the hotel tonight. Mardi Gras parade in the morning. I think we're coming back home tomorrow night. I think we're only staying for the one. But yeah, and then Super Bowl, Taylor Swift's boyfriend plays on Sunday. That's a joke. I was gonna watch the Super Bowl anyway. But it's super fun to see people who wouldn't necessarily be into football games watching it. So get over it if you have an issue. But yeah, that's the reading update for today. Like I said, I don't know why I felt like doing my hair today. I haven't done my hair in so long. I need to kind of go get the ends cut because I'm wanting it to grow out a little bit more. And I feel like it's kind of hit like a plateau of growing. So that's where we're at for now. Hi guys, it is Sunday afternoon now. My physical copy came and I did finish the ebook of Ashes of You by Catherine Cowles. I think this might be a new favorite Catherine Cowles book for me. I loved the romance in this one. I loved the suspense in this one. I loved the backstory of each character and how we like learned about it. This is a single dad nanny romance. And I think I mentioned it on Friday when I said I started it. The younger two like really took to her very easily, and the oldest one was a teenager. He was a little bit more standoffish, and I was so right. He was the one that was going to be super protective of her. There's a whole like backstory with the boy's mom and the dad and how everything kind of happened between them. And it was very sweet when the older boy learned about all that and how he like only would talk to her really about it and how he was feeling, and she would tell him to like how to go about better communicating that. And it was so sweet. I loved it so much. 5 stars. Probably gonna be on my favorites of the year. Yeah. I finished that on the way home yesterday. But I am going to go ahead and end this week's vlog. Might read a little bit during the game tonight. I did download Blame It on the Champagne by Fiona Cole, but I haven't started it yet, so might read a little bit of that during the game, but probably not, honestly. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this week's vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.